Hello and welcome to our match of the round. Under 18s Metro Girls Gold. Toongabbie taking on Cabramatta. And this should be an absolute cracker. Both sides are littered, and I mean littered, with Parramatta reps. A number of them went round in the Lisa Fiola team. In fact, there's players coming out of both teams that played in other Lisa Fiola teams in 2025. There's also a couple of Tasha Gale players in the Cabra team. So this should be one of the better match of the round games we've had in season 2025. Now, in a little bit of an update for Cabramatta, no Taylor Falanico. She played in the Harvey Norman game on Thursday, playing for Parramatta. So as a result of that, she can only play the one game, so she can't play today. But they are still loaded with talent right across the park. And if you're watching on at home, Bailey Marchong doesn't have a number on the back of a jersey. She's turned up with the wrong jersey, according to Star, so she's going around in a jersey without a number. So, captains are out there at the moment. Anastasia Leotupu for Toongabbie, and also there for Cabramatta is Bailey Marchong. And the girls are going to swap. So they've made a makeshift number 9 on the back of Bailey Marchong's jersey in tape. She'll stand out with that white headgear, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And spoke to Star Marchong about the swap in jersey for Freedom Crichton Rapati. We've become used to Freedom scoring try after try after try in jersey number 5. But she's now wearing 2. That's all due to the sizing of the jerseys. So Freedom will wear jersey number 2 this afternoon. And a couple of changes in jerseys for Toongabbie. Addison Clark wears 21. She was down to wear 20. Evelyn Quendu is in 17. And Olivia Saba, who was also going to wear 17, she's picked up the 15 jersey. So Saba's in 15. So we're good to go. And we're about to see kickoff in this under 18 Metro Girls Gold. Cabramatta kicking the ball. Going to go a short kickoff. Straight away, they go onto the attack. Misa has picked up the ball for Cabramatta, so a good attacking kick from the start. Marchong gets her hands on the ball early and gets the ball out to Alich. And she's pushed back by swarming defence. And she's pushed back 3 or 4 metres. She's up to her feet. Marchong, she comes back to the right and gives it out to Tafili. And Layla Tafili rumbles up towards the 30. She's still going, Layla. She's through. She's got support. She doesn't need it. She gets the ball away to Ari Sevilla. Sevilla trying to step around 1. She gets through 2, and Erai's brought to ground. She's inside the 10. They've got numbers both sides of the ruck. Marchong, she goes herself, gives it out wider, and finds Chihuahua. And she's tackled just short of the line. Still a couple of tackles left in this set. Marchong gets the ball out to one of her support players. Ball goes out to Tui Marsevi. Tui Marsevi shows the ball to Latupu. Gets it out. Quendu now. She steps through. She's trying to get the ball out. Sevo. Sevilla. 6 more tackles. Sevilla is going to be tackled just short. So now they've got their chance to set this one up. Marchong gives it to Sevo, and Sevo trying to bury a way through, gets the ball away. Tafili, long ball, trying to find a player out wide. Misa gets it out to Talanoa. Talanoa's got Papali'i on the outside. She steps back inside, and she's brought to ground. Good defence. Tigers hanging on. It's been all Cabramatta in the early stages of this one. They give it to Chihuahua, who's trying to push her way over, but the defender's in there to bring her to ground. What can they combine here? Marchong goes out to Tui Marsevi. Latupu, 2 passes off the ruck. Gets it out to Aloali'i. And Jessamine still going. She's ridden into the ground. Getting into dummy half, Marchong. Marchong calling a player back on the outside. Gives it to Tafili. Layla trying to slip the ball away, but she'll fall to ground. They're really starting to soak up some of these tackles. Marchong goes to the left, gets it to Tui Marsevi. Long cutout pass And getting it out very wide to Talanoa. And Talanoa has scored. Michaela Talanoa got a habit of scoring tries in our match of the round games. A long cut-out pass from Cody Tuimasevi found the Toongabbie Tigers defensive line short. And Michaela has opened the scoring for Cabramatta. What an attacking start in this match of the round game. And of course, tries brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs. Bailey Marchong will try and add the extras from out wide. And the Tigers, it's been set after set of defence. So let's see what Marchong can do from out wide. They tried to get Tafili engaged early. She was attracting defenders at will. And Marchong moves in. And that one is just going to fall short. So it is an early 4-0 lead to Cabramatta. An aggressive start to the game. Coach Star, Marchong, telling his team to go the aggressive kick. And Alicia Misa was able to recover that short kick. And they rush back to halfway. So Lily Price-Jones is going to kick this one off. And her strong left foot kicks it down. It's well taken by Tui Masevi, who gets the ball out to Alich. And she's running up towards the 30 and brought to ground. Marchong is going to come back towards the middle. Tui Masevi to Tafili. And Tafili is still rumbling through, trying to get the ball away, but she was brought to ground. Marchong gets the ball to the left. And Don Venicum is brought to ground, just short of halfway. Marchong gives it to Sevo. And Sevo trying to bust the line. Of course, part of that Lisa Fiola team. Referee's seen a penalty. Oh, the Tigers, they're going to have to absorb some more pressure. Marchong, quick tap, away she goes. And she's dancing up over the 30. Tuima Sevi in at acting half, gives it to Sevo. Sevo, she just runs straight into the defenders, but she's forced back. Good tackle. Mitzi Cairns in there. She had help from one other. Marchong gives it to Tafili, who had to reach forward to pick it up, but she was able to hang on to it, and she still attacks or attracts 3 defenders. Marchong gives it to Tui Masevi. He gives it to Latupu. She's got Sevilla. She cuts her out and goes out to Aloha Le'i trying to dance her way through. The try scorer on her outside. She hasn't touched it yet, Crichton Rapati. They go back towards the centre. They give it out to Sevo. Sevo off both feet. And she's held up on last tackle. Marchong back towards the middle. Gives it to Latupu. Gets it out to Tui Masevi, who puts the ball along the ground, but that one's been diffused. And a chance now for Toongabbie to have a little bit of football. It's been all Cabramatta in the opening stages. As Lily Price-Jones trying to help her side get out of their territory. Not a lot on offer. Paddy Jim, she goes for a run from acting half. And good, strong run from Anastasia. Leah Tupu gets them up over the 30 and heading towards halfway. Hain, she decides to go for a dart. Last tackle. Mujali in a dummy half. She's going to go short side. It is last tackle. Cairns gets the ball. Big kick over the top. Sevilla able to pick that one up on the full and then run straight back into the defence. She comes to a broken defensive line and she's hitting a very strong tackle, but she gets out of it. Hain comes through and brings her to ground. She's also got help there from Leah Tupu. From dummy half goes Crichton Rapati. They've got to be careful. She's got the knack of busting when she goes into the acting half roll. This time it's Aloali'i. Again, they're just picking the ball up from acting half and taking dashes. Talanoa, try scorer, goes to the line and gets the ball out to Papali'i. Marchong gets into acting half, gives it to Tui Marsevi, to Latupu. She's got Sevilla on her outside, gets it to her. Irai trying to step around her defender, gets it out to Crichton Rapati. But they're able to tackle her. And again, they've soaked up plenty of tackles. This is last. They go the short side, kick through, and it's gone dead in goal. So we're heading back out to the 20. Oh, this is a good game. Free flowing and a lot of speed as they come back out to the 20 for a 7 tackle set. And straight away, Toongabbie take the quick tap and run. They make 10 metres off that first hit up. Oh, big strong shot by Tarfili. From acting half goes Tarly Curtis. And Curtis is going to get the penalty. Cabramatta trying to slow the ball down, and one of the Cabramatta players is down. Could it be Cody Tui Marsevi? Well, this would put the Cabramatta attack in a little bit of bother. They're going to try and get her to her feet. Of course, the spine played Lisa Fiola this year for Cabramatta. No, they can't get her up. So trainer's going to try and have a look. It's a lower leg, knee. They're going to have a look. And amazing to see the camaraderie between these two teams. When I arrived here at International Oval, just over an hour before kick-off, the girls were out the back of the change rooms making TikToks and posts and reels. So a lot of friendship between the two teams, and that makes sense with the girls playing a lot of representative footy together. So that might be Talanoa, is it? No, it is Tui Marsevi. Cody Tui Marsevi's back to her feet. So she's back in the line, and Cabramatta, they breathe a sigh of relief. So, Anastasia. Leah Tupu's going to take the tap, and she gets the ball out. Quendu. Oh, look out. Here's Evelyn. She's going to come to Sevilla. She's through Sevilla, but a great tackle from Sevo brings her down. They're on the attack now. They come to the left-hand side. Leah Tupu with good hands gets the ball out to Papa, and she's brought to ground. 10 metres out. They go back towards the middle, and Leah Tupu attracting 4 defenders. She's just short. She's going to get up, play the ball. Oh, now what happened there? Just tried to throw the ball from acting half, and the ball's been knocked out of her hands by Cabramatta, and they're going to say knock on Cabramatta. So a chance here again for Toongabbie. They trail 4-0. Referee making sure that players stay bound. Anastasia, they're going to go to Jim, and Paddy trying to crawl towards the try line. She's brought just short. They get it out to Anastasia again. She's one-on-one. She'll bust through one. Can she get it down? The referee's going to say she did. Try. Leah Tupu. She was one-on-one with a defender. She was able to shrug her off. Cabramatta came from everywhere to try and hold her up. But the skipper is able to jump in and score and level the scores up at 4-4. So try to the skipper. And chance here to put Toongabbie in front. So Lily Price Jones is going to try and put them in front. Goes to school at Galston. That's another thing I was talking to Toongabbie coach Scott Clark about earlier. The amount of these girls from the two teams who actually go to school together. So not only do they play on opposing sides today, but they play rep football with one another. They go to school with a lot of them. There's a fair few who go to school with one another. As Lily adds the extras. Great kick. So Lily Price Jones adds the extras. And that conversion brought to you by Para Leagues Club. Place to be these school holidays with the 10 pin and arcade. First day of the school holidays today. So no match of the round next week. All the kids enjoy the week off. And we'll be back in a fortnight. Don't forget match of the round in the boys today. Concord Burwood Wolves taking on the Guildford Owls at Macready. Lewis Shepherd behind the mic from 5:20. So 6-4 in favour of the Tigers. It's been so much more possession for Cabramatta. You can see Isabel Fatui getting ready to come onto the field for Cabramatta. And again, Ma Chong's going to put this on top of the witch's hat. She doesn't go with the kicking tee. Allows her to get plenty of height. And again, another attacking kick. But this time, it's been diffused by the Tigers. And they're going to get a great start to this attacking set as Bubbles says, give me the ball. And she's rumbling up over halfway. Layla Tafili in there to make sure she doesn't go too much further. This time, they get the ball out to Isabella Papa. And she's up over the 40. She's still going. Still going. Referee says play the ball. I'll go back towards the middle. Look out, Bubbles again. She winds up and rolls through the defence. They're up towards the 10. 3 good, strong runs from the two middles for the Tigers. They get the ball wide to Haynes. She steps off that right foot, comes back towards the centre, trying to get the pass away, and she's tackled. Ma Chong in there, also a lower Leahy. Now, referee wasn't happy with the play of the ball. Anastasia Leotupu picked it up and was going to go for another charge at the line, but the referee's found an indiscretion. So, Cabramatta, who came out swinging in the early stages. It's like a prize fight. It was all Cabramatta in the early stages. Tigers on the ropes just copping everything that they could throw. Cabramatta scored once, but the Tigers have had the better of the last 5 minutes and they lead 6-4. Latapu feeds the scrum. And the ball goes out to Blessing. This is Don Venicum. And she's hitting the ball up over the 20 towards the 30. Come out a little bit wider. And this is Jessamine Alawali'i. They go back towards the middle. Sharon Latupu says, give me the ball. She'll show the forwards which way to go. Talanoa. She's going to go for a run from acting half. And attracts plenty of attention. Still got a couple of tackles left up their sleeve. And again, one out, run. But really good, strong defence from the Toongabbie Tigers. It's last. Into dummy half goes Ma Chong. She's going to put the ball in the air. Ball comes down towards Jones, Price Jones, and she's been able to take that one on the full. So now it's a chance for the Tigers to get behind the ball, get these big forwards a chance to roll up again. Papa and Bubbles. Let's see what we can rev up in this set of 6 as Curtis goes for a run. And she's pushing up towards the 30. Another run from dummy half. And strong run from Leah Tupu. Some word that NRLW contract not too far away from her, and you can understand why, as Quendu goes for a run. They're into Cabramatta territory on last. Come back towards the middle. The ball goes out to Anastasia. Can she slip the tackle? Missa all over her. She gets the ball away to Lily Price-Jones, and she's put the ball in the air. Sevilla takes it on the full and runs straight back in towards the defence. She's up over the 40. She tries to bust a tackle, and she's finally brought to ground just inside Toongabbie territory. Great start to the set. Here goes Freedom Crichton-Rapati. She attacks a couple of defenders. She's able to bust through. She loses the shoe. She's still going, and she's getting up towards the 30. She'll finally get to her feet and play it. Ma Chong gets the ball out to Sevilla, and Sevilla comes off that right foot. High shot. High shot. So Sevilla just collected high. Do they take the 2 here? Level it up. Marchong could kick that with her eyes shut, but no, they're going to take the tap. So Marchong gives it out to Don Venicum, and Blessing winds up. She's inside the 10. They've got options both sides. No. Go back, play the ball. So Marchong points to the left but comes right. Gives it to Latupu, who gives it out to Sevo, and she's tackled just short. Marchong going to go herself, and she'll score. Big dummy to the left. Wrong-footed defender, and Marchong gets through. So she knew what she was doing by taking the tap rather than the 2 points on offer. And that try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs. What a game this one is. We've been doing a few 14s and 16 games of late. But coming up and getting a chance to call the under-14 girl or the under-18 girls gold, where, as I mentioned, a lot of these players started the year playing Lisa Fiola, and due to circumstances beyond their control, they haven't played a lot of football. Washouts, forfeits, sides falling away, and you can understand when they're bumping into these two quality teams where there's sides that aren't of the same quality, not wanting to get out there and play. Marchong gets the fade on that one. Right to left, but she adds the extras. So 10 points to 6 in favour of Cabramatta. And of course, that conversion brought to you by Parramatta Leagues Club, which is the place to be during the school holidays for the kids, with all of the 10-pin and arcade action. Looking for something to do during the school holidays with the kids? No better place to keep them entertained. As Lily Price-Jones, she's got one of the bigger boots in the competition. Big left footer. She'll wind up again and send this one down deep. They let it bounce, and it's going to bounce towards the sideline. Too good. Oh, she's a good player. And straight away, it's a chance here for Tooney to go onto the attack. Now, Olivia Saber's out there in the pink headgear. And Mitzi Cairns running over to join the scrum as well. No, they're going to tell her to stay out of the scrum. And Price-Jones goes in to the second row. So Kenzie Mujali is at lock. She's played the acting half role when she's been on the field. Gives it to Hain, who gets it out to Cairns. Cairns runs into Latupu and Marchong and is tackled. Mujali comes to the left and finds Hain. Hain running, ball in two hands, gets the ball out, trying to slice through is Bonello. They've said forward pass. Hain trying to get through the defence, ran with the ball in two hands. Defence looked at her like she was covered in spiders. They didn't want to have a bar of her. And unfortunately, that last pass to Sienna Bonello was called forward by the referee. So they're able to respond. Now it's Sevo just grabbing at her shoulder. She's going to pack into this scrum. Marchong at lock. Gets the ball out to Blessing. And Don Venicum gets the ball up towards the 20. She's right in the middle of the field. As Marchong gets the ball out to Fatui. Fatui's made a mistake and puts her side straight under pressure. Mujali is going to come back towards the left. Penalty. Cabramatta all inside the 10. And a chance now for Anastasia Leotupu to take the tap. Just having a quick chat with Kenzie. She takes the tap and gives the ball out to Saba. And she's up inside the 10. Mujali will go to the right. And a couple of passes off the ruck. They get the ball out to Oliver. And she's brought to ground. Back towards the middle. Here's Leotupu. Stepping off the left foot, stepping off the right. But there's 4 defenders in there trying to bring her to ground. And she's finally tackled. Mujali gets it to Price Jones. Gets it out wider to Saba. And she bumps off Sivo and still going. Brought to ground just inside the 10. A little bit of pushing and shoving just off the ruck here as Mujali gets the ball to Hain. Hain gets the ball out to Cairns. Cairns off that left foot. Marchong, and also in there was Latupu. Mujali, last tackle. She goes to Hain, who gets it to Price Jones. Can she squeeze through? Just short. So turnover. And, or changeover. Not many turnovers in this game. Great skill level. Now Marchong gives it to Freedom Crichton Rapati. And she runs straight into Anastasia Leotupu. She brings it to ground. Quick play the ball. And this is Jessamine Aloali'i. She's smashed. Good strong defence from a couple of the Toongabbie Tigers. And this time Sevilla forcing her back. Good strong defence. Marchong wants a quick play. The ball can't get it. This is Don Venicum. Going to get a penalty here. So referee said to, or listened to Marchong, said the markers weren't square. So Bailey now gets a chance. They're not going to kick. They're going to take the tap. And this is Isabel Fatui. And Isabel is knocked over right on the 40. Marchong gets it out to Blessing. Don Venicum up over halfway, still going. Defenders need some help. Play the ball. Marchong gives it to Sivo this time. She comes back in behind the ruck. Beats one, still going. Brought to ground in a good one-on-one tackle. Might be Jim out there. It is Paddy Jim. As they come back towards the middle. Blessing Donna Venicum is getting plenty of the football. They've still got a couple of tackles left. They lead 10 points to 6 as Marchong goes for a run. She gets the ball out to Chihuahua. Long cut-out pass. Referee has said forward. So that pass from Chihuahua to Misa called back. And the Tigers survive. Trail 10 points to 6. Bubbles, she's had a break. She's ready to go again. So that is Eliana Fasavalu Fa'amasili, better known as Bubbles. Had the pleasure of calling her a few times in the last couple of years. She was part of the West Tigers, Lisa Fiola. So, base of the scrum, they get it out to Hain. And she's got Curtis on her outside. No ground to be made on the first tackle from the base of the scrum. They're going to come a little bit wider again. Quick play the ball. Mujali picks the ball up. 3 on 2. Not able to get the pass away. She bounces to her feet. She wanted a penalty, didn't get one. And they give it to Bubbles. Bubbles bounces through 3, 4. Finally brought to ground. Tackle bust there. They get the ball out. Couple of passes off the ruck is Jim, who gets it to Price Jones. She's got support on her outside, but there's nowhere to go. And that's young Jada Cook, part of the Raiders. Lisa Fiola squad this year. Ball goes up. And Philly is able to pick that one up. Marchong gives it out to Crichton Rapati. And she bumps off Nujali. And a quick play the ball as well. Marchong goes back towards the centre. And we're just 20 metres into Tigers territory as the ball goes to Sevilla. Sevilla beats one, gets the ball away. Papali'i brought to ground, just short. Sevilla into acting half, gets the ball out to Marchong. Long cut-out pass, gets it out wide, and it's try time for Joe Maliko.
Hey, why don't you go?
So a try for Legalele Joe Maliko. And it's now 14 points to 6 in favour of Cabramatta. Omnia Business Solutions, for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs, bring you that try. But very smart footballer, Eroy Sevilla, told Marchong, look out, I'll get in there at acting half. He played first pass off the ruck, and then Marchong was able to find that long cutout pass to Joe Maliko, and she crashed over in that left corner. So 14 points to 6. And we'd be coming up pretty close to half time. As Marchong out wide. She's a right footer, so on the right side for her. But a pretty tough kick. Not that there's a lot of breeze around on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Winter chill, but it's quite a nice day in the sun. As Bailey lines up. She's got plenty under that ball and just waved away. So it's now 14 points to 6, and there goes half time. So Scott Clark telling his girls to stay out on the field. He's going to talk to them at halftime out there. So at halftime, Cabramatta lead 14-6. It's 3 tries to 1. Michaela Talanoa opened the scoring. Bali Marchong scored the second. And Legalele Joe Maliko scored the third try of the half. Bali Marchong, a couple of tough shots. She's got 1 from 3 with the boot this afternoon. For Toongabbie Tigers, a try to Anastasia Leotupu, and that one was converted by Lily Price-Jones. So 14-6 at half-time. We've got an absolute ripper of a game here. Second half not too far away. We'll be back very soon. Welcome back to second half action here at International Oval. And the referee has come out with the two linesmen. And we're not too far away from seeing second half action in this one between Cabramatta and Toongabbie Tigers and the under-18 girls. 14-6 to Cabramatta. 1 try to the Tigers, 3 to the Cabramatta team. But Toongabbie's try scorer, Anastasia Leotupu. Now, she's building up a very handy record. She goes to Hill Sports High, and she's a part of the Sydney Roosters NRLW team as a development player. Played in the Lisa Fiola Grand Final that lost to Parramatta, and she's also a part of the Hill Sports High girls team that won the New South Wales state competition. So she's enjoyed plenty of success in her short career, and you'd think the way she's plays that she's going to be a very good NRLW player if she stays on the course she's on. That's the 13 for Toongabbie in the pink jerseys. All right, so Willie Price-Jones is about to get us underway. Big strong kick down, and that one has been caught by Freedom Crichton-Rapati. And she is straight onto the attack and heading up towards the 40. Did notice at half-time, Sabella Hain came and took a couple of Panadol by the looks of it. She was holding a hand. So let's hope that everything's okay with Sabella. Anyway, let's get back to the game as Don Venicum gets the ball away. Tough filly. She's going for a run, and she goes straight into Bubbles. Bang! We've got some action in the second half. Tough filly plays the ball. They go to La Tupu, and she gets it out to Sivo. Good strong tackle by Quendu. And also Hain in there to make the tackle. Marchong goes for a run. Look out. She's only got to beat the fullback. She's able to slice through. And Marchong is able to pick up her second try of the afternoon. Quick play the ball. That was the key to that one. Sivo fought to get to her feet. And then Marchong just picked the ball up. She had Price-Jones to beat, and she was able to step around her, and it's a try to Cabramatta early in the second half. That try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs. And mentioned the same last week. It is tax time. I've just seen the start of the new financial year, so if you need help with your tax, Omnia Business Solutions are the people to call. So Bailey Marchong is going to try and convert her own try. She's already got 10 points. 2 tries and a goal. How good was the hit up from Layla to Philly into Bubbles? Neither girl took a backward step. Marchong. Again, strikes it nicely, raises the flags. Cabramatta 20, Toongabbie 6. And that conversion brought to you by the team there at Parramatta Leagues. With the 10 pin in the arcade going right throughout the school holidays, it's the place to be. Keep your kids entertained. Now, what can the Tigers do? They're just outside that 2 converted tries. They trail by 14. They're going to need to be the next scorer. Cabramatta have had a lot more ball. And you just wonder late in this game whether all the defence that Toongabbie's been forced to do, whether that's going to come back to bite them as well. Price-Jones kicks the ball down deep. And Joe Maliko was able to reel that one in. At the second attempt. And Tarfili has coughed it up. So there's the mistake that they were looking for. And just to make a good thing of it, Tarfili kicks the ball away. So referee will set the scrum just outside the 40. And Haynes going to feed the scrum. Jim goes out to first receiver. And Price Jones is 2 passes off. So they get the ball out to Jim, who gets it to Price Jones. And she runs into the defence. Marchong. And in there also was Sivo. She's going no further. As the ball this time goes out to Leah Tupu. And Sivo trying to pinch the ball. She wasn't able to do that. Anastasia's held onto it. As Mujali has a crack towards the left. Haynes going to direct this one back in towards the middle. And this time it's Papa going for a run. And she's tackled just outside the 10. They get it out to Leah Tupu, who gives it to Bubbles. Bubbles heads back towards that left-hand side. 2 defenders pushing her to ground. Majali gives the ball out to Leah Tupu, who gets it to Jim. Long cut-out ball. They've got numbers here. They get it out to Cook. She's trying to score, but they push her back and hold her up. Jada unable to score. So a chance now for Cabramatta to work this one out from their own end. And Talanoa takes the first hit up of the set. And they're going to feed Papali this time. Papali. And one of the defenders is hurt. It looks as though Isabella Papa is in a little bit of pain here. Bubbles checking in on a teammate. Trainer out to check on Bella. And she goes to school at Blacktown Girls High. She was a member of the Penrith Panthers Lisa Fiola's squad, was Bella. And she's pretty handy all-round sports participant. She was a school athletics representative for New South Wales in both shot put and javelin. So, knows her way around the sports field, that's for sure, does Bella. So, just checking on her at the moment. It's the right leg. So, they're going to huddle up, both teams. Cabramatta leading 20 points to 6. Talking to Star Marchong before the game about his half a dozen, 5 or 6 good players that have been selected to be part of the pathway to the NRLW, and they get to train with the Parramatta team, who of course had a great win the other night to open the season, but they all get a chance to get along to training and spend some time around the NRLW squad. Just trying to remember who Star said. I think it's, Freedom, Crichton, Rapati, Sharon Latupu, Alicia Miza, Erai Sevilla, Cody Tuimasevi, Marasivo, and Bailey Marchong. So all of those girls have been part of the pathways, and as a result have spent one training session a week with the NRLW team. They've had to change their training days, the Cabramatta side, due to all of the other things that are going on. They used to train Wednesday, Fridays. They've gone to Tuesday, Thursdays, which has meant they've had to change training venues due to the lack of the ground, or lack of space on the ground. We're back underway. Sevilla into acting half. And getting up over the 30. Marchong back towards the middle. And just getting out of their danger zone at the moment, the Cabramatta side. They're going to go back towards the centre, and Tafili's bumped off too. She comes to the fullback, and Price Jones does a good job to bring her to ground. It's last tackle. Ball goes to Latupu. Kicks it over the top. Ball bounces, and it's been picked up by Hayne. And she's tackled. Just going to get to her feet. Definitely got a bit of taping on that right hand that I don't think was there at the start of the game. Leah Tupu, she's playing dummy half and gets the ball out to Jada Cook. And she's up over the 40. The ball goes out to Olivia Saba, and she's crashing into Cabramatta territory as Addie Clark joins the team. She's out in the middle as they go a couple of passes wide. Hayne gets it out to Curtis. That's a high shot. And referee spots it. So we're going to see another set of 6 for Tooney. So Anastasia yelling at Bubbles, and Bubbles is telling everyone else what to do as Evelyn Quendu gets through the first line. Sevilla rushes forward to make sure that Evelyn can't go any further. Anastasia gets the ball to Bubbles, who gets it out to Paddy Jim. She's got Price Jones on her outside, who gets the ball out even wider. And that's Darcy Pilato stepping back off that right foot. Anastasia comes to the short side. Shows to kick, hangs onto it, and she's tackled. Paddy Jim gets into acting half. Passes out, picked up by Price Jones. She dances towards the defence, and she's brought to ground. 2-3 tacklers in there to make sure she can't go any further. They go out to Paddy Jim. Long ball out to Hayne, who puts the ball onto the right foot. They're chasing hard, getting through Freedom Crichton Rapati. Now she's missed it. Double back around to get it. Now, referee says she touched it, didn't get back to ground it, so it's a try. Well, they've raffled that, the Toongabbie team. And in all of that, they've gone through and picked up a very important 4 points. So, Toongabbie shut the margin down to 10. And Lily Price Jones will try and close the margin even further. So, that try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs. Looks like Mitzi Cairns is about to get back out onto the field. And Evelyn heading towards the sideline. I think in all that, it was Tarly Curtis who got a hand down on that football. Let's see whether Lily Price Jones can convert it. It's waved away. She has just got such an easy kicking action. Kicks the ball so far. Leans back. Plenty behind it. And she's missed on this occasion. Very, very good kicker. 20 points to 10. Cabramatta in favour of Toongabbie, and it was just what the doctor ordered for the Tigers. They needed to score next, and they did. Now, we're not seeing the witch's hat taken out to Bailey, so I'm going to take from that she's going deep with this one. It might be the giveaway. Going back to the regular kicking tee. And Bailey telling them to get back onside. Yeah, and again, I tell you, she's done it before last year. Alyssa Misa in front of the kicker. So let's see what we can rouse up here. Anastasia is about to take the tap. And she's going to get the ball out to Clark. And Addie is pushed by 3 defenders, trying to get up to her feet. They give the ball out to Saba. Bit of feeling in this game all of a sudden, with the Tigers roaring back into it. They go past Bubbles, they give it to Jim, and she steps off the right foot, gets the ball away, knocked on. Bonello was trying to pick up the pass and just put the ball on the ground. So Cabramatta survive. It's 20-10. So we're going to see, looks as though, is it Maru going to feed the scrum? No, it was, yep, Maru. So, a couple of passes off the base of the scrum. And we get straight to the 40-metre line. Quick play the ball. And again, over halfway. Good strong defence though. Not going any further as Ma Chong gives it out to Chihuahua. And she's tackled. 43 metres out. She gets to her feet. Ma Chong's going to go back towards the middle. And they give it out to Sivo. That might have bounced up off the football. Referee says it's okay. Ma Chong, she's going to go short side and gets it out to Latupu. Sharon trying to get the ball away, but they've been able to bring her to ground on last tackle. Ma Chong goes short side, puts the ball in over the top, but that one has been caught by Lily Price-Jones, and a chance now for the Tigers to reset and have another go. Ooh. Nearly lost her hand on that one, Tali Curtis. She was able to just cling on. As Bonello takes her turn to hit the ball up. Ooh, big, strong defence again from Sivo. She loves the contact. That was Pilato who was hit strongly there. They get it out to Saba. And Olivia Saba is right up towards halfway, and she's tackled on 5th. Anastasia. They've got numbers here on the short side, but she's going to put the ball straight in over the top. Bounces. Sevilla trying to get there and corral it. She does. And she turns around and runs back towards the defence. The defensive line is broken, so Sevilla's away. And finally, she is tackled. But a chance now for Cabramatta to roll their sleeves up and get going. Here's Freedom Crichton Rapati. Look out. She's through the first line. She's going to run around the fullback. She's over the 40, the 30. She's got no one to beat. Freedom Crichton Rapati. Oh, how often does she do it? Gets in there, takes a run, busts a tackle, beats the fullback and scores. 24 points to 10. She was stepping shadow. She had no one to beat. Running sideways, but explosive. They lead 24 points to 10. Now Cabramatta, Omnia Business Solutions bring you that try. The accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs expert. Just wonder how big of a turning point when Paddy Jim tried to slip that ball to Sienna Bonello and there was that knock on. The Tigers had the momentum, and from that, Cabramatta were able to weather the storm. They got the ball back, and Freedom Crichton Rapati broke them apart. Ma Chong got the ball angled towards that right post, and she adds the extras. So 26 points to 10. So that goal, of course, brought to you by Parramatta Leagues Club, which is the place to be. Keep the kids entertained during the school holidays with the arcade and, of course, the 10-pin as well. So 5 tries to 3 at the moment.
Stay behind.
Crichton Rapati. She does it all the time, gets a name on the try-scoring list. Lily just coming back to the halfway line. And the referee keeping a very close eye on the girls so they don't go over halfway. Gets the ball towards the sideline, but that has been picked up by Castillo. And Emily running sideways. Bang! Ouch. That hurt. Big, strong hit by Mitzi Cairns. As Tafili tries to get her team rolling forward. Well, it's a bit like the Terminator with Emily running sideways. Mitzi just locked on and wham. Marchong gets it to Castillo. Hasn't knocked her confidence at all. She's back bumping players off. And she's tackled just her side. In fact, just into Tigers territory. Layla winds up again. Look out. She pushes off one. She's going to come to the fullback. Can they bring her to ground? They can. Great tackle, Sienna Bonello. Marchong on last. She goes for a run. She's got support. The ball's hit the ground. It's picked up by Sevo. Sevo's going to step through and go for a try. Big Superman dive over the line. And she's got the ball down. So Mary Sevo has scored. And that makes it 30 points to 10. But a big, strong run from Tafili just busted them through the middle, the Tigers. It was a good tackle by Sienna Bonello, but a quick play of the ball. Bailey Marchong, she was actually tackled as she was trying to pass the ball away. And the ball got out to Sevo, and she just did the big dive at the try line and crashed over the top of it. Try brought to you by Omnia Business Solutions for all your accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs. 30 points to 10. So Marchong lining this one up. Her 6th shot of the afternoon. Marchong follows through and kicks the goal. 32 points to 10. 4 from 6 for Bailey this afternoon. Couple of tries thrown in. She's earned herself a good hearty meal for dinner. And running over the try scorer, Sevo. Fist bump. And the girls are going to enjoy this game, this victory this afternoon. 32 points to 10. Great to see these players back out playing club football. They haven't had many games this year. I think Cabramatta have played 1 game in 8 or 9 weeks. Toongabbie something similar. And Scott Clark did say for his Tigers that while the result was important, he did expect that there would be a little bit of rust as a result of some quiet weeks. So Cabramatta, chance now to have a bit of fun in the final few minutes of this one. They lead by 22. And the ball goes out to Blessing. And Don Venicum is taking 2 with her. Need a couple of defenders out there to bring her to ground. As Marchong gives it to Tafili. Tafili showing the ball. Not too often Layla gets an offload away because she's normally steamrolling defenders. And Addie Clark trying to steal that ball. So Marchong telling the referee to push the defenders back. Bailey is going to take the tap. And the ball goes out to Alich. And Mariah Alich tackled inside the 40. Marchong gives it to Blessing. And she bumps off one, but can't get away from Anastasia, and she's brought to ground. Marchong goes back to the right. She's got Latupu, who runs with the ball in two hands. She's trying to bump off Haynes. She gets the ball out to Sevo. Can Sevo score her second? She is. She'll score. Great hands. Sevo was just able to pluck that one out of the air. Sharon Latapu ran at the line and looked as though she was going to be able to create some magic, but she got caught. She threw the ball backwards, and Sevo said, I've got it. And she's a busy player. 36 points to 10. 2 tries now for Sevo. A long black hair flowing out of the back of that headgear. She's got the bright yellow boots on to boot. Very hard to miss. All right, Marchong. She's going to try and stretch this to a 28-point lead. As Marchong. Plenty of height on that one. Flags are up. 38 points to 10. 7 tries to 2. Couple of 2-try heroes as well. Marchong's got a couple. Sevo's got 2. And then Crichton Rapati, Talanoa and Joe Maliko, the other 3 scorers. 2 tries for Toongabbie, Tali Curtis and Anastasia Leatupu with the other. Just seeing Oliver come back out onto the field. As Lily's got this ball on the tee. Again, kicking the ball down deep. Tuimasevi able to pick it up. Good to see Cody still out there after she copped the knock in the first half. Layla. Oh, pass. Gets the ball out to Latupu. And Latupu is tackled. Marchong, they're going to go to Sevo again. The highlight reel. Referee says forward pass. So the highlight reel can be paused. We'll get back to Sevo later. As Scott Clark yelling out orders to his team. And Lily Price-Jones is going to go into the second row, which will mean Chloe Oliver, who's just gone onto the field, will come out and play outside Paddy Jim. Hayne feeds the scrum. Majali picks it up and gives it out to Pilato. And she's up over the 40. She's going to play the ball quickly. Majali goes back to the left and finds Quendu. And Evelyn trying to get the ball away. She'll finally play it as Kenzie picks it up at acting half. Gives it to Anastasia, who's got Jim. She gets it out to Sienna Bonello. Trying to pull that one in. She'd run past the ball. A one-handed effort. And that was starting to look a little bit promising for the Toongabbie team. But they've coughed up possession. So no chance to score a late try. As Tuimasevi will feed the scrum. So the ball goes out to Latapu. And she gets it out even wider. This is Irai Sevilla. Long ball out to Freedom Crichton Rapati. She's away. She's still going. Crichton Rapati. Can she score another one? She's going to. She's got terrific speed. But what about the ball from Irai Sevilla? And 42 points to 10. Freedom Crichton Rapati. She's like a gazelle once she gets going. They'd attracted the defenders. Latapu got the ball, gave it to Sevilla. Sevilla, long cut-out pass, found a rampaging Crichton Rapati at full speed. They were never going to stop her. Omnia Business Solutions bringing the try. Accounting, bookkeeping, consulting and payroll needs. So that's 8 tries now. 3 of the girls with 2. And Bailey Marchong, who was the second leading point scorer in the Lisa Fiala this year. I think she had 70 or 74 points for the Lisa Fiala season. So she's trying to add the extras here in one of her tougher kicks of the afternoon. Just going to move that marker, 20-metre marker, out of the way. And not the right side for the right footer. Let's see whether she can knock this one over. Tough kick. It's going to fall short. So, misses that one. So, 8 tries. She's kicked 5 from 8. And a couple of tries. So, 18-point haul for Bailey. And Scott Clark just encouraging his girls to get back to halfway, not give up. These two teams will be playing later on in the season. So don't want to be giving the Cabra team any advantage by showing signs of defeat. Price Jones places the ball on the tee. And Cabramatta have chocked up that side of the field. Oh, look out. And big, strong hands of Blessing von Venicum. She just picked it out of the air. So, chance here for Cabramatta to really have some fun. That was Mariah Alich. And forward pass. So, scrum. Looks as though Tali Curtis is going to come back into the game, which will mean Lily Price-Jones comes off. So there's going to be a reshuffle of that back line. Mitzi Cairns is going to play a couple of passes off the base of this scrum. Tali Curtis is also wide. They're going to go short. Majali picks it up and is tackled just short of halfway. She'll dive over halfway at a second attempt. Referee says quick taps allowed, and Kenzie takes it. It's the last tackle, and the game is over. So, siren sounds, 42 points to 10. 8 tries to 2. So the 8 tries, 2 to Crichton Rapati, 2 to Marchong, 2 to Sevo. Then we also had tries to Talanoa and Joe Maliko. And Marchong kicked 5 from 8 with the boot. 10 points for the Tigers. 1 to Tali Curtis and the other one to Anastasia Leotupu. And Lily Price-Jones kicked 1 from 2. 42 points to 10 in our under-18 Metro Girls goal between Cabramatta and Toongabbie. Don't forget the boys are in action at 5:20 this afternoon out at Macready Park. Lewis Shepherd will be calling that one for you. The Concord Burwood Wolves taking on the Guildford Owls. Cracking game here this afternoon at International Oval. Of course, no match of the round next week. We'll be back in a fortnight as the kids enjoy school holidays. Hope you've had a good afternoon. It's been a good game of football. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time.